Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving deep into OpenMetadata. It's a really powerful open source platform that's all about bringing some serious order to your data ecosystem. You know, if you've ever had that frustrating experience of trying to find, trust, or just understand your company's data, well, you are definitely in the right place.
All right, here's the game plan. We're going to start by really setting the stage, talking about the modern data problem that so many of us face. Then, we'll bring in OpenMetadata as the hero of our story. After that, we'll take a tour of its awesome features, zoom in on its no-code data quality tools, which are a total game changer, and then I'll walk you through how you can get started. We'll wrap it all up by looking at the big picture, what a unified data future really looks like.
Okay, first things first. To really get why OpenMetadata is so cool, we have to understand the problem it was built to solve. And trust me, it's a big one.
I mean, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If you're a data scientist, an analyst, an engineer, heck, even a business leader, the answer is usually a very hesitant, not easily. And that uncertainty, that's what leads to what I like to call data chaos.
Just think about it for a second. Your data is everywhere, right? It's in warehouses, random databases, dashboards, complex pipelines. It's a total mess. And without one single source of truth, it becomes almost impossible to find what you need, let alone figure out where it came from or whether you can even trust it. This creates so much friction and holds companies back from getting the real value out of their data.
So how do we fix this? How do we finally bring some order to all this chaos? Well, this is exactly where OpenMetadata comes into the picture. It was literally designed from the ground up to solve this exact problem.
At its heart, OpenMetadata gives you one single place to manage all your metadata. And metadata is just a fancy word for data about your data. You know, stuff like where it came from, who owns it, what it means. It's like a super smart library card catalog for your entire data universe. So this makes it way more than just a catalog. It's an active platform for discovery, observability, and of course, governance.
So how does it all work? Well, it's built on these 4 pillars. First, you have the schemas, which are basically the common dictionary that everyone agrees to use. Then there's the metadata store, which you can think of as the central brain connecting absolutely everything. The APIs are like the messengers, letting people and tools talk to that brain. And finally, the ingestion framework is how you feed that brain information from all your different data sources. Put them all together, and you get one single unified view of your entire data world.
Okay, so we've got the architecture, the how it works, but what can you actually do with OpenMetadata? Let's get into the fun stuff and check out its core capabilities.
What's so great here is that OpenMetadata isn't just some passive catalog you look at. No way. It's an active, collaborative workspace. You can search for a dataset, immediately see who owns it, and then start a conversation with them right there on the asset page. It's all about bringing people and data together in one spot.
Now let's talk about governance. Here, you can set up clear ownership and standards for your data. But the real star of the show for me is the data lineage feature. It's like a GPS for your data. You can visually trace data from a dashboard all the way back to its original source, even down to the individual column level. It's absolutely crucial for building trust and makes tracking down bugs a million times easier. And of course, it's all backed by solid security integrations.
And it's not just about what your data is, it's about how it's doing. The Insights dashboard gives you this amazing 30,000-foot view of your data's health. You can finally answer questions like, hey, are our most important assets actually documented? Or do they have owners? Plus, with observability, you can monitor things like data freshness and quality over time and even get pinged in Slack or Teams when something needs your attention. Pretty cool, right? Okay, now let's zoom in on what might be one of the most powerful and accessible features in the whole platform, the no-code data quality profiler. Seriously, this is a massive deal for so many teams out there.
This feature completely changes the game because it makes data quality everyone's responsibility. See, in the old days, if you wanted to write a data quality test, you had to be an engineer who could code. But with this no-code profiler, a data analyst or even a business user can just jump into the UI and create tests. For example, you could easily set up a test to make sure a customer ID column is never blank, or that every single entry in an email column actually has an @ symbol. You can then group these tests into suites, maybe call one customer table checks, and watch the results on a beautiful dashboard. This just removes so many bottlenecks and empowers the people who know the data best to actually own its quality.
So you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds pretty amazing. How do I actually try it out? Well, the great news is it's super easy to get started. Let's walk through the 2 main ways you can do it.
You've got two main paths you can take. The first one is the sandbox. Think of this as a live, preloaded demo. It's hosted by the OpenMetadata team, it's packed with sample data, and you can play with all the features we've talked about without installing a single thing. It is the absolute perfect way to just get your hands dirty and see what it's all about. Now, once you're ready to get serious and hook up your own data, you'll move to path number 2, a local installation. This gives you a totally fresh private setup where you have complete control to connect your own data sources and start building out your real metadata graph.
When you decide to install it locally, you've got two main choices, Docker or Kubernetes. And the difference really boils down to simplicity versus scalability. The Docker setup is all about speed. If you just want to get it running on your laptop for testing, you can literally be up and running in under 5 minutes. It's perfect for trying things out and connecting your own data for the first time. Kubernetes, on the other hand, is built for the big leagues. It's what you'll use for a real production environment. It gives you all the scalability and resilience you need to roll this out across your entire organization.
Now, one of the first questions people always ask is, yeah, but will it work with my tools? And with OpenMetadata, the answer is almost certainly a big yes. Right out of the box, the platform comes ready to go with over 84 connectors.
And this is one of its biggest strengths. It connects to pretty much everything you can think of, from data warehouses like Snowflake and BigQuery to databases like Postgres, dashboard tools like Tableau, and even messaging systems like Kafka. What this means is, as soon as you do that local install, you can immediately start plugging into the tools you already use every day and begin building that beautiful 360-degree view of all your data.
All right, let's zoom back out for a moment and bring it all home. Let's talk about why all of this really truly matters.
I love this quote from the project's website because it just perfectly captures the mission. It's not just about managing metadata for the sake of it. It's about empowering people and companies to do more with their data by making it easy to find, easy to understand, and easy to trust.
Ultimately, what we're talking about is a transformation from that data chaos we started with to data clarity. When everyone in the organization has one single place to go for data, it just makes everything faster and better. You get better collaboration, you get stronger governance, and you get more confident data-driven decisions.
And that is the question I want to leave you with today. Just imagine all the friction you could remove, all the new insights you could discover, and all the confidence you could build. That's the real potential that a unified platform like OpenMetadata puts on the table. Thanks so much for joining me.
ごちそうさまでした。